Hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a bit of an extended look at Super SEZA Goku Black. I used this team in my other two recent videos, the Broly Red Zone and Bio Broly Red Zone, but in both of those, you know, I mean, they were fucking easy. So I didn't really get a good look at Goku Black, and I just want to take him into a stage where I know he could, get his hits pretty quick and, show us what he can do. Now I'm not going for like a full clear of the event here or nothing. Like I said, I didn't really get the best look at him before, so I wanted to, run another stage with him, and I decided this would probably be the best for him. Now, in complete honesty here, I did do a sort of live mic for this initially, through a method where I could use my good mic instead of my phone mic. Unfortunately, I accidentally had it muted when I did that, so that's a big oopsie, but it is what it is. We'll make it work here with the voiceover and the production edit phase. Now, in that initial video, I'm not gonna remember everything I said exactly, obviously, because I don't do these like scripted or anything. I just, offhand, sort of what I'm thinking, and sort of just rant a bit. The day I'm recording this is the day that the Tanabata units were revealed, the UI Goku. And I was talking about him a decent bit here. I know this is showing Goku Black, but I was talking about like his defense and tech stats when they were happening, but in between his individual performance, I was talking about UI because it was, the most recent thing on my mind for Dokkan. And on that note, I will say I'm pretty excited for him. I think we definitely needed a unit like this eventually, a UI and UI sign into UI. I never know what to call them. UI and MUI or UI sign into normal UI. I don't know. But we needed this at some point. Personally, I would have really liked if it was a blue Goku into UI sign. I felt, that initial transformation is just so really good. But that's not what they decided to go with. I still think this really works, so it's fine. As for the unit itself, he seems pretty good. I like to wait to see units in-game, but I've seen calcs and stuff, and I think he'll be pretty decent. I think, so he's more of a, you can switch him around, but when I see him, I think sort of like slot 1, and he doesn't have any multiplicative buffs, so before supering in UI sign, I feel like it could be a little scary, because I saw it was Halvard's, calcs, and he always does a really good job. They're always like correct, consistent, whatever. So he's been doing them for a while. I trust those. And he has, after the 4-turn buff runs out, he has him at like 290k-ish, I think, startup turn. And he does have the dodge chance, so that's the main defensive mechanic for like the UI Gokus anyway. But he also has the damage reduction and guard sort of thing if he does get tapped. My sort of worry is if he gets, he's not going to take a super in UI sign, just period, I don't think, even after supering. Maybe if he's like has support, which that team does have a lot of support up. And I guess we'll see on game, but I feel like UI sign he's not going to take a super, but with the amount of dodge he has, that really shouldn't be too much of an issue unless you get unlucky. But I think normals, especially before he attacks, could really hurt him if he gets tagged. That being said, I still think UI Sign on its own, especially with the support he gives, is definitely in the, you know, like upper tier of the top units of the game. Where exactly, I don't know, especially because a lot of the best units aren't on global, but I think he's up there. When he's transformed, I don't know how, you know, controversial this will be, a hot take, whatever. I think transformed, he's probably like #1 overall, and it just seems pretty clear to me. I think he will take supers then. Before he attacks still, he might be a little, you know, iffy, but that first turn, he dodges everything. And, you know, he has the massive support, and after he's attacking, definitely he's not taking damage. And he's going to do a lot better against normals as well. And the fact, like, I just, it kind of stuns me that they gave him counters. I really like counter units a lot. I've been waiting for counter units to sort of be revitalized. I guess technically we have Strength Vegito, but I'm really iffy on his EZ8. The base just doesn't feel strong enough to me, unfortunately. But they gave him count. Like, that's just so insane to me. And he counters everything, just everything, normals, supers, whatever. As long as he dodges, he counters. And I just feel like he's just going to do too much damage from that. I mean, the bosses can't live when, you know, he's just going to be hitting over and over and over and over. It's just ridiculous. He is so insane. Now, being a global player, it is really unfortunate seeing Max and this guy. And probably, you know, later on, I imagine it's going to be a Carnival Jiren. I'm going to guess he's either going to be sticking to sort of like base form, or he's going to be base form transforming, since we already have a yellow coin of the Fair Power version. Even though it is old. Which I expect that guy to EZ8. But, yeah, it feels really unfortunate to be a global player at this point. And seeing all this come out. And like, okay, when's it coming to global? Oh yeah, we did, I'm talking over the gameplay here. We did, unfortunately die. But I sort of just had the gameplay because I wanted to, you know, test him out some more. Like I said at the beginning, I didn't really get the best look at him. But I think he's actually a pretty good super EZA. I really want to test him out with the Broly trio. This seems to be the rotation a lot of JP players run him, and it looks pretty good to me. You know, getting a full field of orbs. But you know, I think I had him up to like 900,000 start of turn or something at the highest with like 9 orbs. And you know, he gets the multiplicative buff on super, so he looks pretty decent post super. I don't think even with that level of defense though he'd be at, since he doesn't have any other defensive mechanics that he's, I mean, he'll eat every normal, but I don't know about supers. You definitely need a lot of orbs for that to be a possibility, and that's just not consistent. So I think they honestly should have given him some sort of like, you know, 2 or 3% damage reduction per orb obtained for the turn. I think that would have been, you know, the perfect addition for him. Unfortunately, I didn't do that though, but I still think he's a good unit. But no, for the sync, I saw, oh man, I forget, I don't even know the account it was, but I saw a reply to one of the tweets today on the timeline that was pretty funny, talking about the global quote-unquote sync, and they had it spelled as S-I-N-K instead of Y and the C, and they had a gif of the Titanic sinking. And it was so fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's how I feel though. I think at this point, since they've just done the most terrible handling of this ever, it really sucks that they did this. But you know, we can't do anything about that. I think the best outcome where we are now, because I could be wrong, but I don't see them holding out on a Carnival LR and a Dokkan Fest LR and just having them, you know, in limbo until like November or something. There's no way. I mean, Dokkan does a lot of stupid shit, but there has to be no way. There just has to be. I really want to believe, because we're supposed to be synced by end of summer. That's what they said. So unless they announce they're pushing it back, I'm just going to presume it's going to be end of summer. Well, I guess I said summer in general, but I mean, I'm thinking it'll be worldwide download celebration when we're quote-unquote officially synced. So what my thought process is after anniversary, we have that one sort of filler celebration on global. I think what they're gonna do is just have, you know, a quote-unquote mega sync celebration, and just anything that's not on global, they're going to put on global, and just have, you know, a really good banner, discounts, tickets, whatever, 3 plus 1 freebie, however you want to say it. I feel like that's the approach they're gonna go, like mid-August. If they don't do that, they're fucking clowns. That's because that's the best opportunity we have at this point. I hope they do that. But you know, it is Dokkan, so they do a lot of stupid shit. Anyway, that's about it for now. I just want to talk about some of the recent stuff with the game and, you know, take a better look at Super SEZA Goku Black. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on here. Take care.